It's gonna be electric. Hey Swifties, it's your old pal Deliver Sense here, and let me tell you, I am for this one. Today we're diving headfirst into the musical world of the one and only Taylor Swift. Get those light-up bracelets ready, because we're about to rank all 10, count them, 10 tunes of her incredible albums. Will your favorite make the cut? Will mine? Let's break it down, Swiftie style. You guys, where do we even begin with this one? Fearless is like that friend from high school who shows up at the reunion 10 years later looking timeless. This was the album that launched T-Swizzle into the stratosphere. Love Story, You Belong With Me. Every single song was a karaoke classic in the making. I mean, you couldn't go to a school dance without hearing at least one of these bangers. It was pure magic, and honestly, it still slaps. Okay, buckle up, Buttercup, because we're about to enter the emotional danger zone that is Red. This album, you guys, we're talking all too well levels of lyrical genius here. Taylor poured her heart and soul into this one, and you can feel it in every note. Plus, she wasn't afraid to experiment with different genres, which is always a win in my book. All right, folks, get ready to dance. With 1989, Taylor went full-on pop princess and the world went, shake it off, blank space. These songs were inescapable, and for good reason. They were catchy, they were fun, and they showed a whole new side of Taylor's artistry. This album was a straight-up pop culture phenomenon. I mean, who didn't try to learn the shake it off dance? Now, we're getting into the good stuff, people. Folklore was like a warm hug on a rainy day. Taylor embraced her inner indie folk goddess, and the result was pure magic. From Cardigan to Exile, every song was a beautifully crafted story, and I, for one, was completely captivated. Okay, raise your hand if you ever cried to a Taylor Swift song. Yeah, me too. Speak Now was special because Taylor wrote every single song on it. Talk about a powerhouse mind back to December. These songs were raw, they were real, and they proved that Taylor was a songwriting force to be reckoned with. Can you feel it? Love is in the air. Lover was Taylor at her most colourful and romantic. From the title track to the empowering anthem You Need to Calm Down, this album was a celebration of love in all its forms. Plus that pastel aesthetic, iconic. Chapter 7. Evermore was like the magical sequel to Folklore that we didn't know we needed. Taylor continued to explore her folkier side, and we were treated to gems like Willow and Champagne Problems. This album proved that Taylor could do no wrong, and we were officially along for the ride. Chapter 8. Number 3, Reputation, Taylor's Revenge, Look What You Made Me Do. With Reputation, Taylor shed her good girl image and embraced her inner rock star. The result? An album full of dark, edgy bangers that showed the world she wasn't afraid to fight back. This was Taylor at her most fierce and unapologetic, and it was awesome. Chapter 9, Number 2, Taylor Swift, the OG. You never forget your first love, am I right? Taylor Swift, her debut album, will always hold a special place in our hearts. This was our introduction to the country princess with the big voice and even bigger dreams. Tim McGraw, Teardrops on My Guitar. These songs were pure country gold, and they proved that Taylor was destined for greatness. Chapter 10, Number 1, Fearless, Taylor's version, owning her story. Okay, hear me out on this one. Fearless, Taylor's version, wasn't just a re-recording, it was a statement. Taylor took back ownership of her music, and she did it with style. The addition of new tracks like Mr. Perfectly Fine was just the icing on the cake. This album proved that Taylor was a force to be reckoned with, and we were here for every second of it. That's a wrap. Now it's your turn. That's our ranking of Taylor Swift's top 10 best albums. Did your favorite make the list? Was I totally off? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more awesome content. From Tim McGraw to Willow, Taylor's musical journey has been nothing short of epic, and I can't wait to see what she does next. Until next time, Swifties.